Hello everyone, my name is Ordoñez, and today I'm going to explain how to behave during a school event. Especially during a flag ceremony, these events are important in many schools because they promote respect, responsibility, patriotism, discipline, and good behavior among the students. Even though some students may think these ceremonies are boring and very formal, they're actual opportunity to show respect for the school community and for the people participating in an event. First of all, it is important to understand what a flag ceremony is. A flag ceremony is a special school event where students and teachers get together to honor important dates, celebrate their achievements, remember historical events, or recognize students for their effort and good performance. During the ceremony, there may be speeches, presentations, music, dances, poems, or the signing of the national anthem. Because of this, students are expected to behave respectfully and responsibly throughout the event. One of the most important things is punctually. Students should arrive on time and be prepared before the ceremony begins. Arriving late can interrupt, can interrupt the events and distract other people. Being punctual also shows responsibility and respect for the organizers, teachers, and classmates who worked hard to prepare the ceremony. Another important aspect is personal presentation. In many schools, students are expected to wear their uniform properly or dress neatly for the occasions. This means having a clean uniform, organized appearance, and avoiding improper clothing or accessories. Looking presentable demonstrates respect for the event and helps maintain a formal atmosphere. During the ceremony, students should remain in the designated places and follow instructions from teacher or school staff. It's important to not push, run, or play during the event. Even if students are studying for a long time, they should try to remain calm and patient. Good posture and respectful body language are also important because they show attention and discipline. Silence is another key element of good behavior during a school ceremony. When the principal, a teacher, or another student is speaking, everyone should listen carefully. Avoid unnecessary conversations, talking laughing, shooting, or making jokes during presentations can be disrespectful to the speakers and distract for the dance. Listening attentive demonstrates maturity and consideration for others. The natural theme is usually one of the most important moments of a flag ceremony. During the theme, students should stand respectfully, face the flag, and sing appropriately if required. It is important not to talk, laugh, or move around during the movement because its anthem represents the country and national identity. Showing the respect during the anthems reflect good values and citizenship. Technology can also become a problem during school events. Schools should avoid using their phones during their ceremony. They have permission for a teacher. Looking at social media, texting friends, or playing games during presentations may appear rude and disrespectful. Students should focus on activities taking place, and proceed positive, positively. In addition, students should support and respect the people participating in the ceremony. Sometimes classmates may feel nervous while giving speeches, adding dancing or performance music. For that reason, students should pay attention and applaud politely After each presentations, making fun of performers or interrupting them is inappropriate and can hurt their confidence. Encouraging classmates helps create a positive and supportive school environment. Another important behavior is following school rules and teacher instructions or of times. If teacher asks students to from lines, move to another area, or remain listens, silence. Students should cooperate immediately, respecting authority and following direction helps the events stay organized and prevents conclusion or accidents. It's also important to remember that school ceremonies are educational experience. They are not only formal events but also opportunities to learn about its history, culture, values, and teamwork. For example, some ceremonies celebrate national holidays, historical heroes, environmental awareness, or important social themes. By paying attention, students can learn the information and better understand purpose, the purpose of the event. Good behavior during a flag ceremony also reflects a student's character. Respectful students demonstrate responsibility, self-control, empathy, and discipline. These qualities are valuable not only in school but also in everyday life. Knowing how to behave during formal events can help students in the following during interviews, public ceremonies, university events, or professional situations. On the other hand, there are some behaviors that students should avoid completely. Students should not interrupt speakers, laugh during serious moments, use offensive language, push classmates, or ignore instructions. They should also avoid speaking, also avoid sleeping, eating loudly, or making excessive noise during the ceremony. These actions may be considered respectful and could create problems during the event. At the end of the ceremony, students should leave the area calmly and respectfully. They should continue following instructions from teachers and avoid running or shooting while leaving. Even when the formal part is over, maintaining good behavior is still important. In conclusion, behaving properly during a school event or flag ceremony is mainly about respect, responsibility, and good manners. Students should arrive on time, listen carefully, remain attentive, follow instructions, and support their classmates. The ceremonies help schools promote important values and create a sense of community among students and teachers. By knowing respectful behavior, students contribute a positive more and demonstrate maturity and discipline. Sometimes students believe that behaving well during a ceremony is only about following rules, but it is actually much more than that. Good behavior reflects a student's attitude and values. When students show respect and responsibility, they help create a peaceful and organized environment where everyone can enjoy the event comfortably. A positive attitude is very important during school ceremonies, even if a student does not personally enjoy formal events. It is still important to proceed respectfully, complaining constantly, showing involvement in an exaggerated way, or restraining others can negatively affect the atmosphere of the event. Instead, students should try to stay authentic and maintain a cooperative attitude. Attitude. Participation is another important aspect. Some students may be choosing to give speeches, read poems, sing, dance, or present information during the ceremony. These activities require preparation and confidence. For the reason, classmates should support the participants by paying attention and encouraging them. Simple action like clapping at the end of presentation can make performance feel appreciated and respected. Confidence and respect also go together during these events. When students are presenting in front of the school, they may feel nervous or afraid of making mistakes. A respectful audience helps reduce that anxiety and create a safer environment for public speaking and artist expressions. Um, in contrast, negative comments or mocking behaviors can affect the students' confidence and discourage participation in further activities. Another important point is teamwork. School ceremonies usually require collaboration between teachers, students, coordinators, and other members of the school community. Decoration, music, speeches, and presentation are often prepared days or weeks in advance. By behaving correctly during the event, students show appreciation for after and board for all the effort and time invested in organization of the ceremony. Respect for cultural or national symbols is also essential. During a flag ceremony, symbols such as the national flag, the theme, or important historical reference are treated seriously because they represent the identity and history of a country or community. Understanding the meanings behind the symbols can help students appreciate the purpose of the event instead of studying it just another school activity. In many schools, ceremonies are also used to recognize achievements. Students may receive awards for academic excellence, sports, leadership, good behavior, or talent. During the ceremony, classmates should celebrate the success of others respectfully and avoid jealous or negative comments. Supporting classmates promotes friendship and unity within the school. Behavior during ceremonies can also influence how teachers and school staff perceive the students. Students who demonstrate responsibility, discipline, and maturity are often see as trustworthy and respectful individuals. This quality may help students build better relationships with teachers and become positive role models of younger students. Another useful skills students develop during school events is self-control. Sometimes ceremonies can feel long, frustrating, or uncomfortable, especially if students must stand for extended periods of time. However, learning to remain patient and respectful in situations is an important life skill. In the future, students may attend conference, professional meetings, graduations, or official ceremonies where similar behavior is expected. Communication is also important during these events. If a student needs help, feels sick, or have a problem during the ceremony, they should communicate respectfully with a teacher instead of causing disruptions. Learning how to express concerns politically is part of becoming responsibly and mature. Additionally, students should remember that every action contributes to the overall success of the event. Small actions such as listening carefully, starting over, organized, staging organized, and help many times or then can make a big difference. When everyone cooperates, the ceremony becomes more enjoyable and meaningful for the entire school community. School ceremonies also teach students about citizenship and community values. They encourage respect for others, responsibility, solidarity, and participation in group activities. These values are not only important inside school, but it's also society in general. Relate to behave respectfully in student space, prepares students for the future responsibilities as adults. Finally, it is important to understand that respect should not only appear during formal ceremonies. The same respectful behavior practiced during a flag ceremony should also be present in classroom hallways of daily interaction with teachers and classmates. Respect and responsibility are a bit same than help create a better school environment for everyone. In conclusion, school ceremonies are opportunities to demonstrate maturity, cooperation, and respect for positive behaviors. Students contribute to a successful event and help create a supportive and organized community. Respectful participation, attention, teamwork, and good attitude are essential elements of behaving property during the flag ceremony of an important school events. And is I can say duty important by the during a flag ceremony or a school event. Thank you for listening to me and wait.